I love a really good rice dish. I love our Belizean rice and beans, the African jollof rice, Mexican rice, jambalaya. What I don't like about those rice dishes though is when they come out too sticky. Now, I don't mind white rice being sticky, but not the rice medleys. So today I want to show you guys how to make restaurant style Mexican rice. You're watching the Bare Pantry Show. Welcome to the Bare Pantry Show. If you want to learn how to cook in simple steps and have your dishes come out great the first time, then you're in the right place. Learn to make restaurant-style meals, comfort foods, and authentic Belizean dishes from basic ingredients. Please forgive the sunglasses, guys. I'm outside today and my eyes are very sensitive to the sunlight. The reason that I'm on my little park bench is because the kids are cooking in the kitchen and the house is hot, but I really wanted to get this video done for you guys, all right? So let's get right into it. First of all, I recorded this video 2 weeks ago when I was working on the small batch book, and every step along the way we had to tweak things to make this recipe come out right. So pay attention to the video, but also pay attention to what I'm telling you, the things that we changed, all right? So let's start first of all with what we're gonna need. A can of whole peeled tomatoes. Now I did this recipe again today and I didn't have the whole peeled tomatoes, so I had a can of tomato sauce and I had some whole tomatoes, some fresh tomatoes. So I just put that together and made this can that you're seeing right here, okay? So let's continue. We're gonna need some diced up onion. This is half of a big onion. Some cilantro washed and picked from the stem, and this is some serrano pepper. Now let me tell you about serrano pepper, guys. It burns. Wear gloves, all right? Because it got up under my fingernails and it is burning so bad I had to go put sugar underneath my fingernail to make it stop burning. I don't have any Neosporin, no honey, nothing that could help with burns right now. So I put some sugar and that eased it, all right? So then we're gonna need chicken broth. We're gonna need salt, cumin, and minced garlic, but I didn't have any for this video. I bought some since, but because we didn't have the minced garlic, I'm gonna use garlic powder, okay? So these are the ingredients. Oh, we're gonna need lime, not lemon, but lime, and we're gonna, it says the juice of 2 medium limes, but when I squeeze it I got an ounce, and you definitely need an ounce and not more. So I'm not gonna put it that way in the book, the juice of 2 limes. I'm gonna put it 1 ounce of lime juice, all right? And then you're gonna need 2 cups of long grain white rice, and don't wash it, okay? Don't wash it. All right, so let's start by pureeing the tomatoes and the onion, okay? So I'm just gonna put it in my blender cup, and this day I think I was running the camera by myself because Joe was actually making a barbecue. That's why we're not doing any barbecues today, because Joe did too many barbecues since May 1st and we're barbecued out. So we're just gonna be doing finger foods today, okay? So let me go ahead and blend this up. I love my NutriBullet blender combo, by the way. I have to do a review on this. So we're gonna go ahead and cook this down. The recipe says to cook it for 5 minutes. You need to really cook it for like closer to 15. So bring it to a boil. It takes like 3 minutes to come to a boil, and then cook it for 10 minutes. So say 13 minutes. I think that's the way I'm gonna write it in the book. Bring it to a boil and then time it 10 minutes. Okay, so I'm just putting some of the chicken broth in the blender cup to just rinse it out because I want to get all the tomato stuff out of it, okay? So now I'm going to go ahead and put the rest of the chicken broth in the pan, or in the pot. This is a little 3-quart pot. The salt, the cumin, okay? And I'm putting the garlic powder here. But if you're using minced garlic, you would put it later in the recipe. So let me go ahead and give this a stir. This is quite a bit of liquid. So see, this is not boiling yet. Bring it to a boil. It takes 3 minutes. Then you time it 10 minutes, okay? So now I'm going to take care of the rice. This is some vegetable oil. And I'm putting the rice. It's not washed. You want it dry because we're going to toast the rice, okay? So just stir this for about 5 minutes until it's lightly toasted. You got to stay here and do it though. Don't walk away. And this is still cooking. And when I was doing this video, I didn't even remember that I recorded this video. But when I was doing this video, I didn't time anything. So that's why I did it again to time everything. So this is the serrano pepper. Oh my God, this pepper tastes so good in this dish, okay? Don't use any other pepper. Use this one. Who am I kidding? Use whatever pepper you like. If you like habanero, use that, okay? So now see, it's really boiling here. And this timer is for the rice. It wasn't for the pureed tomatoes. So here, this is the recipe as I've revised it. Shut off the timer. So now it says to pour the pureed stuff on top of the rice. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do right now. But I'm very nervous because I think it's too much liquid for the rice and I don't want it to be overly sticky. That's what I don't like about some of these rice dishes. They get too sticky. So what I'm going to do is stop right here and I'm going to go fetch Joe from his barbecuing that he's doing. Joe is the rice whisperer. I say whisperer. Joe is the rice whisperer, like I tell you guys all the time, and he's really good at doing rice. See, I'm trying to measure with a spoon. Is it supposed to be 1 inch above the rice? No, I think when it comes to these tomato paste type things, you're supposed to put less liquid. So I went and I fetched him, and he comes in with his tongs because he's barbecuing, and he says, put more. He just knows. He can just look and says, put more. And I'm going to stop right here and let you guys know that when you boil it for the 10 minutes, like I told you, bring it to a boil for 3 and boil it for 10, you're going to end up with like 2 2/3 cup of this broth, or 2.5 to 2 2/3. And you want to put that whole thing, okay? Put the whole thing of the pureed tomatoes on it. So we're just going to go ahead and give it a stir. We're going to put the simmer ring. If you don't have the simmer ring, it's okay. Just go ahead and put it on medium to high heat. I like the simmer ring because it diffuses the heat and makes it spread out under the bottom of the pan or the pot and makes it cook more evenly. So if I were you, I'd buy one of these from my Amazon store. So now I cooked it for 15 minutes until everything, all the liquid got absorbed into the rice. Now Joe is using this fork to move it around. And careful not to scratch the bottom of your pot. I bought some new pots since this video and I'm very, very strict about my pots now. Okay, so what we're gonna do is cover it up and let it cook for 20 minutes. Don't mess with the lid, just leave it alone, let it cook, you know, because there's water that's in the lid that's gonna let the rice steam. So after 20 minutes, open it and fluff it up again and then add the lime juice and the cilantro. Okay, so it's 15 minutes, then 20 minutes. And then now we're going to cover it up again, and the recipe says to cook it for 10 more minutes and then shut off the stove and let it sit there for 10 minutes on the burner. I tried at night, didn't like it. So when I tried it again today, I cooked it for 20 more minutes. I didn't do 10 and then shut it off then. That didn't work. So I did 20. So that's 20, 20, and 15. So almost an hour it takes to do this dish, guys. But it is delicious when it's done. Okay, so what I'm going to go ahead and do right now is taste. I'm going to bring the rice whisperer back in for him to taste so he can tell me if it's done. And right now in the video, what he's going to tell me is to let it go 10 more minutes, but I already told you the time. It's 15 for it to absorb, 10 for it to cook without you bothering with it. Open it up, fluff it up, put in the lemon and the cilantro, and then 20 more minutes for you guys to make sure it's done, okay? So now I'm going to put it in this beautiful bowl that my cousin Shelly brought back from Mexico for me when she took a trip over there. See, it says it's lead free. Even though it has all this paint on it, it's lead free. I'm going to put it in here and we're going to end up with about 3 cups of this rice. So it'll serve about 2 to 3 people depending on how much rice you eat. I only eat a 1/3 cup of rice now because I'm on that eating plan with Kaiser still, but a lot of people will still eat up to a cup of rice, but that's too much rice, guys. So see, this is gorgeous. Now this rice is gone. We already ate that. What I'm gonna do is go back inside and taste the one that I actually made today. That's the one that I made so I could correct all the problems with the recipe, okay? So if you guys follow exactly what I've told you, this recipe is gonna come out perfect, all right? So let's go inside and go taste. Well, maybe I should just go grab it and taste it out here. What do you guys think? No, I'll go inside because I'll take my camera with me. Anyways, let's go in. I'm using the same bowl again, guys. So let's taste. You know, sometimes I think I'm a little bit Blaxican. I love my Mexican food. This is so good. You guys absolutely have to try it. I even gave you the recipe, so you don't even have to wait for my book to come out, guys. See? I'm giving. Anyways. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. which is gonna be, mira, jalapeno poppers. I don't think that's, is that Mexican, Jada? Is that Latin? I don't know why I think that's like mostly white people do that. I don't know. Anyways, see you guys in the next one, guys. Au revoir. Remember, guys, we are not buying this book. Because if you do, the only people that are making money from that book are my ex-distributor and Amazon. Pick up this book instead. This is my Belizean cookbook. It has 120 authentic Belizean dishes that I've done on the show already, but now you can have it in print so you can follow along and your dishes will come out perfect each time. Hot off the presses, this is my second cookbook, guys. It's called the Pantry Laid Bare, and I named it that because I laid everything on the line when I picked the recipes for this book, all right? 111 delicious dishes from basic ingredients. To purchase, just check below on any of my videos and you'll see the different methods of payment and also the shipping. Thanks, guys. Poppers, Mexican rice, spam sandwich, mac and cheese. Of course, I had to make a salad so I could stay on my plan. Jada did the chicken in the air fryer. That's my plate right there. I made peach cobbler. And we have tres leches cake.
And cookies.
Hold on. This is the meatballs.